So I'm joined today by Terry Williams with My Guys Moving. He is a legend in the moving industry in Loudoun County. We're going to talk through what they're seeing happen in their business, different things that have changed in the age of moving and social distancing, and just a lot of good information for anybody who has a move on the horizon and they're wondering how it actually works right now. So good morning, Mr. Williams. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Danielle. So good to see you.
Good to see you too. So I will warn everybody, we were joking about this, that we are both like hand talkers. So for anybody watching this video, just be prepared for a lot of, these types of things. Okay, so I think it would make sense to start with can you just explain what you've seen happening in your business and how COVID has affected it?
Yeah, certainly. So, well, truth be told, we've actually seen a spike in our business. We've had a record March, a record April. Now May is off to a really good start. I think of the feedback I've been getting from the customers is that, for one, they wait all year for their kids to get out of school. They don't have to uproot their kids out of the school. They want them to finish. Well, summer kind of came early this year.
Right.
So anyone that was worried about that, they're all able to move now. I think another reason I've been hearing is that, with rates being so low, now is the time to, they want to get in on it before they go back up, maybe type of thing. And then the other part of it is like the fear factor in the banks shutting down, or there being a recession or something like that, to where they might not give home loans the same way they're giving them now. So, if they get approved now and they can get in the house now, then, they're going after it. So we had a lot of people push their dates up from May into April, and April into March, just to hurry up and get it done and over with.
Yeah.
There's so much uncertainty going on with
yeah.
This whole pandemic crap. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So did you see that sort of effect right away? Has this just seemed like a normal spring to you?
I've seen it right away. Definitely March, like I said, was record. April was at a record. We've been growing every year anyway, but it just seems to be, there was about a 1 or 2 week slowdown, when they first put out the stay-at-home order. I noticed my schedule got a lot lighter that 1 week, but then the next week it seemed like it made up for it. And, I've been doing this for 10 years, so I know the trend and when it usually starts to get this busy.
Right.
And it was May busy in March, if you will.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's interesting, because I bet that 1 or 2 week span, was it like March 10th through like right there, right? Because what's really interesting with that is we saw, I guess it would make sense to see this sort of correlation with activity, is right around that March 10th, 11th, 12th time, we saw just this huge plummet in showings around the country. And then it's kind of like, been this little valley, and then we've started to see them come back up. But yeah, I feel like that area right around mid-March, this was like the, everybody in deer in headlights moments of what does this actually mean? Everyone paused for a bit. And then by the end of March, early April, you started seeing some things, just kind of begin to turn that little corner. So,
right.
So as somebody who has had you move me twice, I know what this process looked like. But I know high on a lot of my clients, kind of questions list when it comes to the logistics of a move. A lot of people don't want tons of people in their house right now, just different considerations that we wouldn't have had before. Can you kind of walk through what the process looked like? I hate to say it, but like before COVID and during COVID, what has changed?
Yes. So for an estimate, especially like an in-home estimate, usually a townhome, single family, that type of thing, something that big, back in the good old days, we used to do a walkthrough through the house. And, that way we could be a lot more accurate, see what they got for them. But now we've been, merging over to the virtual call, just kind of like we're doing now. We get on Zoom calls. I'll just kind of walk you around the house, and they'll show me what they got. I ask them if they don't mind open cabinets and closets and that type of thing for me. And okay, just hold it right there for just 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And, we're just kind of walking them through it that way. So, truth be told, I kind of love it. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to go drive down to Lorton and spend an hour and pay tolls and all that. I can do it all right here. So I think, I might
it's not all bad. There's some silver lining.
Yeah, I might start offering it to everybody just because. But it's that's just what we have to do. We have to kind of adapt to our environment that way and navigate the different ways to get them an accurate estimate. So that's one of the main way we've been doing it. Some people still like the in-home estimates. Some people aren't as tech savvy, and some of the older generations just I would just prefer you to come. So I show up with masks and gloves, and we keep our 6 feet, and I wash my hands, and I got hand sanitizer on my gloves when I go in, just doing everything we can type of thing that way. So whatever they're comfortable with, I'm happy to do either. But those are just the ways that we've been able to give estimates and type of thing.
So are you guys keeping like the same crews to get, like, how has there been any difference with like how you're running the actual move day in terms of what crews are working together and keeping the same guys together? Or has there been anything like that?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, we've always done that.
Okay.
Just because they're like a team, they all have their roles, if you will.
Okay.
The crew leader, this guy's best packer, so we stick him in the kitchen. This guy's the mule, so we get, he's taking dressers out by himself,
right.
Type of thing. So everybody kind of has their role anyway, but for the most part, we keep them in teams as much as we can, just to avoid them from, if one guy, God forbid, catches it, and wipe out the whole company. So we have definitely been, and if I swear, if one of them so much as sniffles, like you're getting sent home.
Right? See you in 2 weeks. Quarantine yourself.
Right.
Check you later.
So we have half our staff at the house, half at the office. In case, God forbid, again, it comes in the office some way, somehow, that it doesn't completely wipe us out. And we can still have coordinators from home, and have one dispatcher's at home, one dispatcher's at the office. So, in case some crazy happens, that we can still, fulfill our commitment to all the clients we've booked. So.
Yeah. Have you seen anybody pushing back dates a lot with deals maybe getting delayed? Has there been more rescheduling that you're seeing, just because a lot of people, I mean, I know this is happening for some of my clients, the settlement date has shifted for various reasons. So, just kind of having to be flexible with the schedule. Are you seeing maybe a little bit more people having to reschedule?
There's a lot of that. I have 1,000 clients a year, so I see a lot of everything. I just had a lady last week. One of her clients caught the virus, and the whole thing, she got quarantined for 14 days and couldn't go to closing. So that means she defaulted on her agreement, and that affected the new buyer. She couldn't move out and go to her new house because she had to sell her house.
Right.
And so everything the whole chain got put on hold. And it's just, it's sad. It's unfortunate that this thing is happening the way it is. But she's got good spirits. She had a house full of boxes. She moved them all herself into the garage. This older lady. I'm like, you did it yourself? No, I was gonna come help you or something. You ain't supposed to be doing that. You're getting hurt now. So, but I'm glad that she had good spirits about it. That's what we kind of need. We gotta just kind of roll with the flow, and a lot of it's out of our control. So we just have to, adapt the best we can, and keep a good spirit about it. So,
yeah.
All
right. So I know, not to have a spoiler alert here, but I know that you guys have been doing some things in terms of disinfecting that I think would be really important for people to understand. So do you think that you could kind of show us or tell us what you guys have been doing kind of in between moves to keep everything sanitized?
Certainly. When this first came out, of course, we were doing everything we could to keep it from spreading and that type of thing. So all the guys had masks early. They all had gloves. We wipe it down the trucks. They got hand sanitizer or wipes on them, and wipe it down stuff upon request, and door handles and all of that. But we can't do anything really about the blankets, and that we have to blanket the stuff and that type of thing. So we have a lot of high-risk clients, and so we took it one step further, and we partnered with a company called Green Home Solutions.
Okay.
And they have this dry fogging technology, this dry fogging machine, and it's a hospital grade disinfectant. So it's the single best way to disinfect whatever you got going on. So it kills 99.99% of all viruses, bacteria, and germs. And as a matter of fact, I got to learn this little trick the other day. Here we go. Hold on. Boom.
Boom. Great
There
job.
it is.
All right.
There it is. So, yeah, it's, the guys come in with hazmat suits, and we're offering this to our clients. And the cool part, we don't even make any money off this. This is just, it's $150 to have it done. The guys will come out the night before or the morning of your move, and they'll totally dry fog the entire truck. And this stuff gets into everything. It's every nook and crevice, and it covers the blankets, and it covers just everything inside the truck. It takes about a half an hour, and open those doors, and the truck shows up smelling like oranges. So, um, yeah, but yeah, it's like I said, it's the number one way if you're going to disinfect a truck or any of that type of thing. It's the number one way to do it. Of course, we want to offer our clients, the best of everything type of thing. So it's the best way to go one step further and to be safer about it. So,
So that is
um,
the way to actually get the blankets cleaned.
right, you can get the
Okay.
blankets cleaned that way. The dry fog will sit in there and disinfect all of it. So,
Gotcha.
again, I mean, we don't have furniture or anything inside the truck, but like for example, if there was a desk in there and the drawers were shut, it's inside the desk. Inside, it gets into everything that way. So
Wow.
that's the beauty of the fogging technology, if you will. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, matter of fact, your home, you can get it for your home. Also, I've had my client yesterday had her business had it done twice.
Yeah.
She owns a gun range in Chantilly, and they came in and they dry fogged the place twice so far. So, it's just something that you can do also that we can offer them to get their new home done if they're
Right.
concerned about it. But if nothing else, we'll get your trucks done if it makes you feel more comfortable. So,
Yeah.
a little bit,
So
it's not
just to make
a
sure
lot
that I understand. So basically, they come in and they do it to the truck and the blankets before they show up and move you. So then the blankets are clean when they're wrapping everything. And then they could do it on the back end in your new house before they're moving everything in.
if you want to. Yep,
Okay.
certainly. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, of course, we can't wash our blankets every day. Like, they
Right.
wash them on a regular basis and routinely and that type of thing. But,
Right.
they just can't do it every day. It's just not,
Right.
reasonable that way. So, but you can get your truck dry fog before you move and be certain that
Right.
that your stuff is safer. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we've been selling a lot of them lately, a lot of them. So, I thought it was pretty cool thing for them to come up with.
Yeah. Well, this has been really, really awesome. So, as I said, you've moved me twice. You've moved any of my clients who watch this. This is going to be a familiar face because you're my go-to. So I'm going to make sure that all your information is at the bottom of this video. So anybody who needs somebody reliable to kind of see them through this and relieve stress. Terry's a master stress reliever when it comes to this process. Just the bright smiling face that like he will take care of everything. So thank you for all the information, and if anything changes, I'd love to hop back on here when that happens to keep people up to date.
Certainly, always happy to help.
All right, awesome. All right,
All
thank you,
right,
Gary.
all right, miss you, love
All
you.
right, miss you too,
All
love
right,
you,
thank
bye.
you. Bye.